From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo. The U.S. military announced it'll begin a blockade of all Iranian ports and coastal areas this morning. It's a step down from President Donald Trump's earlier vow to entirely block the strategic Strait of Hormuz after marathon U.S.-Iran ceasefire talks in Pakistan ended on the weekend without agreement. But the plan still set the stage for a showdown. Iran responding today, no port in the Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman will be safe. U.S. President Trump shared more about his disdain for Pope Leo last night, after the Pope suggested at a prayer service that a delusion of omnipotence is behind the U.S.-Israel war in Iran.
He's a very liberal person, and he's a man that doesn't believe in stopping crime. He's a man that doesn't think that we should be toying with a country that wants a nuclear weapon so they can blow up the world. I'm not a fan of Pope Leo.
Pope Leo pushed back today as he was leaving for Algeria. He told reporters the Vatican's appeals for peace and reconciliation are rooted in the gospel and that he doesn't fear the Trump administration. Canadians will head to polls today in 3 federal ridings for by-elections expected to grant Prime Minister Mark Carney a greater hold on Parliament.
The Liberals are widely expected to walk away from 3 by-elections tonight with a clear majority mandate. That is thanks to 5 opposition floor crossers that have boosted the Liberals' numbers in the House of Commons, and because the Liberals are expected to win at least 2 seats tonight in Fortress Toronto. The party has been campaigning hard, meantime, to hold on to the Montreal suburb Terrebonne in a tight race with the Bloc. Kyle Duggan, The Canadian Press, Montreal.
Quebec's governing party has chosen the province's new premier. She is Christine Frechette, who was yesterday elected the new leader of the Coalition Avenir Quebec. A study out today suggests people who survived cancer as adolescents and young adults are twice as likely as the general population to get another cancer later. The research published in the Canadian Medical Association Journal counted the development of new cancers in Alberta patients who had first been diagnosed between the ages of 15 and 39. Senior author Miranda Fidler-Benodia at the University of Calgary says radiation used to treat the first cancer can cause another cancer over the years. Hundreds of workers at long-term care homes in Nova Scotia were expected to hit the picket lines this morning after contract negotiations with the provincial government reached an impasse. And a pop music icon is seeking treatment following her recent DUI arrest. Here's ABC's Hannah Battah.
Britney Spears is in rehab. A rep for the star confirming to ABC News she has voluntarily checked herself into a treatment facility just over a month after being arrested on suspicion of driving under the influence of alcohol and drugs.
This is the Canadian Press. In sports, Irishman Rory McIlroy has won the Masters again. He earned an extra place in Augusta national history as only the 4th back-to-back champion, along with Jack Nicklaus, Nick Faldo, and Tiger Woods as repeat winners. Canadian Nick Taylor finished 14 shots back in a tie for 41st place. Corey Connors tied for 49th. The Toronto Raptors are back in the NBA playoffs for the first time in 4 years. Scotty Barnes had a triple-double to lead Toronto over the Brooklyn Nets to sew up the Eastern Conference's 5th seed.
The season is always going to have some ups and downs. It's about how you can get through that, and I think we did a great job pushing through it.
The Raptors will play the Cleveland Cavaliers in round 1 starting on Saturday. And the Toronto Blue Jays have an off day. They'll pick up from their series loss to Minnesota with a 3-game series beginning tomorrow night in Milwaukee. The injury-riddled Jays placed outfielder George Springer on the 10-day injured list after he broke his toe. From the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.